Hi, with summer is coming and there's going to be a lot of traveling and a lot of international travel. So I'm going to talk about 9 things you need to know for international travel to go smoothly. I'm Roseanne. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I'm a travel agent and can help you plan your trip of your dreams. So first of all, if you're new to traveling or if you're not, there's this really great website that you can find out a lot of information. It's called travel.state.gov. And in that website, you can find out all sorts of information about the country that you're traveling to. You can find out passport information. You can find visa requirements. You can find out any security issues in the country that you're going to. You could learn about your destination and you can register your trip. When you go in to register your trip, you will get notified if there's ever anything that would happen in the country that you're in. And you also have a contact in there that can notify your emergency contact. So it's always a good idea if you're going somewhere where it might be a little risky, you can register yourself and that way you'll get notified if there's anything that you need to know about. Travel insurance is another one that's really important, and I think we've learned with COVID that it can be really important. Here's Nico, actually. He's sitting on my lap. It's really important to have travel insurance, and depending on what level of insurance that you are purchasing, the covered reasons can vary. You want to make sure, for example, if you're going to get travel insurance for your trip and expect to get reimbursed if anything should happen, you need to make sure you know what the covered reasons are. But one of the most important reasons for travel insurance is for the medical benefit. So if something happens to you, if you break your leg, if you need to be air vac'd back home, whatever it is, that's really where the benefit is for travel insurance. When you're traveling, you want to make sure that you have a credit card that you use that doesn't have foreign transaction fees. That is a really great way. I'm outside, so there's like all these flying insects. And that you can be safe in knowing when you use your credit card that there's no foreign transaction fees. You do not want to use a debit card. When you're traveling, you don't want a debit card because if someone should get your debit card and hack into your bank, they'll take your money, and reimbursing that money through the bank is a much more tedious process than if you use your credit card and someone hacks into that. Then you're really not liable and they'll just credit you, and then the bank will take care of finding who did it. So it's really important that you use a credit card with no foreign transaction fees. Also, if you get cash, you want to make sure that you get cash from a bank ATM. And because a lot of those ATM machines have really high charges, so just be aware of where you're getting your cash and what the charges are for that cash. Because you're going to get charged on the machine and you're going to get charged at your bank, just so that you're aware. Phone plan, you want to make sure you have a good international phone plan. If you don't, you can always buy a SIM card in the other country, but you want to make sure you have access to your data. You want to make sure that you are able to make phone calls. And of course, when you have Wi-Fi, you're able to make phone calls anyway, because most of our phones, I believe, have Wi-Fi calling, and you have WhatsApp, and you're able to actually make phone calls and use your data. But when you're out exploring, you want to make sure you have access to data. So one of the things that's important, at least for me, since I'm directionally challenged, is if I don't have access to data or Wi-Fi when I'm out traveling, I like to download my map. You can download your maps to the area that you're going to be in so that you have access to directions if you need them offline. And when you're driving in another country, you really need to get an international driver's license. You can get an international driver's license at the 3A, or you can go online and find different places to get it. But it's really important that you have your driver's license from the States and an international driver's license so that if you ever get stopped, That's really important to have, and some people forget about doing that, but it's really important that you have that if you're going to be driving in another country. Another thing when you're planning your itinerary going internationally, you really want to make sure that your itinerary gives you space, that you have free time, that you're not running from city to city to city, that you have a couple of days, 2, 3, 4 days in each city to really kind of slow down your travel so you can absorb the culture of the region and that you can really enjoy your trip. Because if you go too fast and you're doing too much, it's almost like, what did I just do yesterday? So it's nice to take your time and relax. Don't overfill your itinerary and then get exhausted because you're doing too much. Just enjoy the things that you're doing and stay present in the moment and really just enjoy your trip and know that you will come back one day and catch all the things that you didn't do. Make sure you bring your water bottle. And that way you can refill your water bottle. You don't have to worry about buying water everywhere you go. And that way you can stay hydrated and keep yourself feeling really well and feeling energized to move forward in your day. And always be aware of safety. You need to make sure that when you're traveling, no matter where you're going, that you keep your eye on safety. Don't take your money out of the ATM machine and start counting it right there. Put it in your purse or your wallet. Go someplace else to count it. Don't look lost. Don't have your phone in front of you as you're wondering, like, where am I going? Where am I going? And all that stuff. Go into a coffee shop or go into a store to get your bearings and figure out where you're going so that you don't look like a target. One of the things you don't want to do is look like you're a target for someone to come and pickpocket you. You don't want to have a lot of expensive jewelry or expensive items on you. You don't want to walk around with your backpack with items that are important so that you can easily pickpocket your backpack. They have backpacks that have little locks on them. If you have one of those, you can feel safer. And also you want to make sure that when you're traveling, that your wallet or your purse is always towards the front of your body so that you have control of your purse. That's really important. I might have a backpack on with my umbrella and certain little items back there, maybe a towel or whatever, but I keep my purse and my money and my passport, everything in front of me. Another really good tip is not to have all your credit cards and all your important papers in one wallet. Keep them in 2 different areas so that if something should happen to one, then you have the other one just in case as a backup. So don't keep everything together. That's really important. Safety is really important because you want to have a really great trip, and make sure that you always have a copy of your passport so that if anything should happen, you have a copy of your original passport. That's really important too. And now it's so easy to take a picture with your phone and you have a picture of your passport in your phone. And lastly, this is a really great tip, and not very many people know about this. It's downloading an app called MPC. It's called Mobile Passport Control, and that's monitored by the Customs and Border Patrol. What this app does is when you're coming back into the country and you don't have global entry, you're coming back into the country, you fill out the form inside that Mobile Passport Control. You'll answer all the questions, you'll take a selfie of yourself, you have already downloaded your passport, all the travelers are in this one app, and then at the end of your, as you're coming into the country, you fill it all out, you get a QR code on your app, and then when you start coming into customs, there's a special line for MPC. So it's right next to the global entry line, and you can go through so much quicker. All you have to do is show the QR code to the officer manning the line. You can go in and it will take you right through customs like a breeze. I've used it twice now and it's pretty amazing. So those are the tips for international travel. Where are you going this year? I have a women's trip in Spain. For Spain, I have 7 women that are going. We leave in September and we're going to Barcelona, Madrid, and Malaga. And so excited to have that experience and get to go with a group of women. And I'm really excited. And what about you? Are you going anywhere special? What are some of the international tips that you have? I'd love to know. So if you need any help planning your trip, just let me know. I'm here to support you. Have a really great day and ciao for now. Bye.